Coming up on the Lakeside Loop, bowling heads off to state, our robotics team makes their way to their state competition, and OpGo trips are making plans. The Loop starts now. Welcome back to the Lakeside Loop. I'm Natalie Popp.
And I'm John Loest. You have most likely gone bowling before, whether it be for a birthday party or just for some fun. A number of students here at Lakeside are taking that fun to the next level by competing in the state bowling competition. Aaron Hirsch gives us more details about this competition.
So this past weekend, our varsity boys bowling team went up to Ashwaubenon to compete in the state competition. We qualified third out of 12 teams in our district. We competed in the state competition and ended up taking 12th place out of 55 total teams. So the way the state competition works for teams is there's 3 different shifts throughout the day that people can bowl in, or that the teams are arranged to bowl in. We were in the first shift, and then there was 2 shifts on Saturday. We were on Friday night. After the first shift, we were in 3rd place. After the second shift, we got bumped down to 8th, and finally after the 3rd shift, we ended up in 12th. Overall, the team did really well, and we had quite a few 200 games, which is what we needed to keep up our pace. And we ended up with a 26.99 as our final score, which overall is pretty good, and it got us to the 12th place, 12th team in the entire state of Wisconsin, so we're really happy with that. But there were some people that had some issues. I myself was struggling with some spares the entire weekend. There was other people who couldn't quite figure out how the lanes were breaking down. And we had some challenges, but we were able to overcome enough that we made a big improvement from last year. Honestly, I think the program is really taking off. And after these first few initial years, we've seen a lot of growth, and we've seen a lot of new faces, a lot of people that haven't bowled before and are getting interested, a lot of people that have bowled and are finally realizing, hey, I can actually do something with this. I'd just like to say overall, if you're thinking about bowling and you're thinking, well, maybe this is something I can do to fill the time or whatever, go for it. It is an amazing, fairly simplistic sport that you can either just have fun with, you can compete with, and even when you get to your adult years, you can start making money off of tournaments. So if you're curious, give it a try.
Warriors on 3! 1, 2, 3, Warriors!
Thanks for sharing about the exciting experience. And now over to sports.
Hello, I'm Keegan Lundgren.
And I'm Angelina Petrovic. Welcome to the fastest news in sports. We cover all of Lakeside sports in less than 2 minutes. On Friday, March 1st, Lakeside boys basketball took on Lemira for the Division III regional semifinal. Lemira played a zone defense to try and control Lakeside's offense, but Cooper Milsna hit 5 3-pointers and scored a career-high 23 points. Casey Guzman and Wes Ron added 16 and 13 points respectively. Lakeside shot 60% from the 3-point line for the evening.
On Saturday, March 2nd, the boys moved on to the regional finals against 5th-seeded Beloit Turner. With a great team effort, the Warriors were able to gain a 12-point lead by halftime. Lakeside came out determined in the second half and built a 24-point lead on a 3-pointer by Ben Crockless, with 8:35 left on the clock. A superb defense kept Turner to 41 points. Led by Wes Ron's 22 points and Casey Guzman's 10 points, the Warriors beat Turner 65-47. The Warriors next take on the L-Cats from Lake Mills for the sectional semifinal. And that's time.
You might remember an earlier segment about the robotics team securing their spot at state. This past weekend, they finally got to go and put their robot to use. Cooper Jensen gives us more of an inside scoop on their recent competition.
Is bowling on the top side of the screen where they just push the tri-ball straight down the...
This last weekend, we placed 24th in qualified matches. Not as good as we wanted to, but it's where the Lord led us. And then we ended up as the 10th seed, and we paired up with a team from St. Mary's, I don't know, somewhere up in northern Wisconsin, and we were the 10th seed, and we got all the way to the quarterfinals. And then for skills, we got 12th. So we didn't qualify for Worlds as much as we'd want to. It might have been from not practicing enough with the new robot, but it is what it is, and that's where the Lord led us this weekend. So our robot's main thing to do is bowl. So it's where you set the tri-balls in front of the robot, and then we push them directly into the goal. Like we possess them the entire time and put them all the way over there. Also, our new robot was supposed to shoot consistently over the middle, which it did. We just, with the new strategies for the games, it didn't really apply as much with shooting, so we did mostly bowling during the meet. I'm the main driver on the team and the main builder. Daniel's the team captain, or he likes to say, the guy in the chair. He made that role up for himself, which I thought was pretty neat. And then Joey is the main notebook guy, so he kind of documents the whole process. And then Will is the coder, so he makes sure everything works correctly. We went up Friday morning. We skipped the whole day to go help set up the meet itself. So we went up there and set up all the fields for volunteering. And then, yeah, we were there pretty much all day Friday and all day Saturday. And we got back here, I think at like 10:30 on Saturday night. I think it was just all the people. I think especially us four guys, we like talking to people, so we were going around talking to everybody. And it was just really cool seeing all this like different robots and just communicating with everybody. And it was just super cool, and it was awesome. We build the robot and then we put it through extensive testing to make sure everything's working correctly. And then we practice and practice and practice. And I think that was one of our downfalls this weekend. We didn't really test enough because we were kind of limited on time. But yeah, and there are other things like we pack up everything, make sure everything's organized, and then we take it up there and kind of set up it's called a pit. So it's like a table and then where you have all your stuff. I think people should go out for robotics because it's a great way to shed your Christian faith onto others. Like I said, with meeting all these different people, you have all this opportunity to talk about Christ. And me and Will and Daniel and Joey did a lot of that. We made sure God was at the forefront and we were shedding his gospel and his light. Yeah, all for the glory of God.
Sounds like it was a lot of fun being able to show off your God-given talents. Let's head over to Federation Flyby.
Normally, we think about going to the state fair in late summer in Milwaukee. This past week, Our Redeemer Lutheran School in Madison held its own state fair.
Welcome to our state fair!
The 3rd and 4th grade students prepared for weeks researching their chosen state. Each student prepared a booth with extraordinary displays. The students presented interesting and important facts about their state to the visitors.
I chose this state because my grandma and grandpa live there, and I really enjoy visiting them. Arizona, Virginia, Mississippi, Florida.
The 25 students presented on topics like the state flag's meaning, state history, natural resources, important places, famous people, and much more. They even made a sense box with items from that state that corresponded to each of the 5 senses. The visitors learned a lot and had a great time. Thank you to the 3rd and 4th graders from Our Redeemer for giving us such an interesting story. Great work. We are always looking for more stories from the grade schools. If you have a story idea for us, please contact Mr. Hackbarth.
Another fun extracurricular that students get to take part in is Operation Go. Those who participate get to take trips to different places in the country and share the faith of Jesus Christ. Pastor Yankee gives us more information about these trips.
Let me tell you about where the students are going this year during Operation Go. This year we added a new destination. Students will have the opportunity to go to Anchorage, Alaska. That is a popular destination and new for this year. But we'll still go to the returning places from last year as well. The destinations for this year's Operation Go include Anchorage, Alaska, Logan, Utah, Abita Springs, Louisiana, Long Valley, New Jersey, and of course, tropical West Bend, Wisconsin. The activities that the students are involved in really depends on where they're going. In a number of places, the students will be doing Vacation Bible School. That will happen in Abita Springs and also in Long Valley, New Jersey. Students there will lead Vacation Bible School as well. That's a bit of a unique situation as well. In Abita Springs, the congregation there really sees their role as fostering students at Lakeside, so that way Lakeside students will grow there and be able to come back to their home congregations and lead Vacation Bible Schools back in their home congregations. Logan, Utah is perhaps the most unique of all the Operation Go locations, because in Logan, Utah, students will work with a group called Truth in Love Ministries. And through Truth in Love Ministries, they will go out and share their faith with people living in the Mormon community.
So through Truth and Love, students will learn how to canvass, that is how to go door to door and talk to people who are Mormon and to share with them their hope in Christ. And then in the other locations in West Bend, Wisconsin and in Anchorage, Alaska, students will be leading a soccer camp. So they'll teach children soccer skills in addition to sharing the love of Jesus with them through devotions and prayers. The purpose of Operation Go is to give students at Lakeside an opportunity to be involved in ministry outside of our school. And it's also a good opportunity for our mission congregations as well. Operation Go is designed to give assistance to congregations that might not have the manpower to be able to conduct ministries that are crucial to the development of their congregation. But this trip is probably just as important for the students of Lakeside, because it gives them a chance to see what it means to be a servant of the gospel, to get a chance to go out and to share the love of Jesus in words and in actions. And I think that's really important. See, in the life of every believer, we are to both grow as an individual, to learn about Jesus, to soak that up, but then we're also to go and to share our faith with others.
And now it's teacher time.
Teacher time, teacher time, teacher time with Ryan Fisher.
The Lakeside Band is a great collection of musicians and instruments, whether it be the tuba, saxophone, or even the flute, others of which I have no time to mention. These instruments and musicians would be nothing without our fearless leader, Mr. Poofall.
What would you like to know, Ryan?
How long have you been a band teacher?
12 years.
What would it sound like to have 300,000 tubas in marching band this summer?
Oh, majestic. I think that'd be fantastic.
How often do you drive your moped scooter to work?
I would say as often as I can once the weather becomes a little bit more predictable.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Well, definitely the chicken, because we know that God created the earth with age.
Are the band kid stereotypes real?
If by the one you mean awesome, absolutely.
How many deer have you hit?
Just one, and that is what I'd like to keep it as. It was not pretty.
And now, the speed round. Mozart or Beethoven?
Bach.
How many trophies do you have in the band room?
A lot.
What is your favorite NFL team?
The Packers.
What is your favorite instrument?
The tuba.
What is your favorite thing to yell on parade day?
It's parade day.
And now, you're in the loop. I'm Natalie Pop.
And I'm John Loest. Thank you for watching. God bless.